Good morning to all of you. Myself Sandeep Sheshrav Gore. I am working as an assistant professor in RA College Vashi. In last lecture, we deals with the classical free electron theory or Drude-Lorentz theory. In that lecture, we obtained the expression for Ohm's law and so that, and different forms of Ohm's law. In today's lecture, we will deal with the mean free path denoted by lambda. Now, what is meant by mean free path? When electrons or electron gas they are travel inside the metal, they are continuously collide with the positive ions. Now, the path traveled by the electron between two successive collisions is called as a free path. It is called as free path. It is the path traveled by this electron between two successive collisions. It is called as a free path. And the average of this free path, it is called as the mean free path or average free path, denoted by lambda. Now, the distance is given by distance, nothing but the path is given by velocity into time. So the lambda is given by Vth, where Vth is the thermal velocity due to thermal agitation, into time, that is the torque. This is the collision time. Now substitute the value of Vth, that is root 3 kBt upon m into torque. Then this is the expression for mean free path. That is the mean free path denoted by lambda. This is first expression lambda. Next, the temperature dependence resistivity from DL theory, that is the Drude-Lorentz theory. Now see here. Now if an electron is a travel inside the material with velocity v, and after collision the velocity suddenly becomes 0, then here the average velocity is given by v by 2. Now we know acceleration is equals to velocity upon time. Therefore velocity equals to, here velocity is v by 2. Therefore velocity is equals to acceleration into time. Now that is the v by 2 is equals to, substitute the value of acceleration, that is due to electric field, E upon m, and substitute the value of torque from this expression, that is the tau is equals to lambda upon root 3 kBt upon m. Now we get lambda upon root 3 kBt upon m. So this root m and this m, we get v by 2 is equals to E lambda upon root 3 kBt into m. Now see here, we know the current density is given by J is equals to N into E into velocity. Here velocity is v by 2. Therefore N, that is number of electrons, is the magnitude of electron, into v by 2. Substitute the value of v by 2. We get N E square E into lambda. This is the v by 2 upon root 3 kBt into m. Now, according to Ohm's law, the J is given by J equals to sigma E. This is equation number 1, which is the equation for J. This is equation number 2, which is also the equation for J. Now, if we equate these two equations, then we get, see here, by equating 1 and 2, equating 1 and 2, we get n e square e by lambda upon root 3 kbtm. This is also J, and this is from Ohm's law, is equals to sigma E. Therefore, we get sigma is equals to ne square lambda upon root 3 kBt into m. This expression for conductivity study, we can show that resistivity is given by root 3 kBt into m upon ne square lambda. Now here resistivity is directly proportional to root t, but actually resistivity is directly proportional to t. So classical free electron theory or Drude-Lorentz theory has to explain the relation between resistivity and temperature. This is not the actual value. It shows that resistivity is directly proportional to root 2, but actually resistivity is proportional to T. So this is the temperature dependence of resistivity according to Drude-Lorentz theory. Next, now third is specific heat capacity. Now specific heat is depend upon electrons and positive ions. Here we are dealt with the electronic specific heat. That is specific heat due to electrons only. Electronic specific heat, CV, due to electrons. Now see here, energy is given by 3 by 2 kBt. Now if you consider 1 mole of substance, 1 mole or 1 gram or 1 kilogram of substance, then it contains Avogadro's number of atoms. Now if single atom contributes a single electron, then we can say that there are Na, that is Avogadro's number of free electrons are present. Therefore this energy for 1 mole of substance is given by E is equals to 3 by 2 Na into kBt. Now the specific heat is given by CV is nothing but the change in internal energy du by dt. This is the internal energy. E is equals to 3 by 2 Na kBt. Now therefore this can be written as du by dt. This can be written as 3 by 2 n into k. But n into k is equals to R, which is universal gas constant. This is the gas constant or universal gas constant. Therefore this CV is given by 3 by 2 into R, that is CV is equals to 1.5 into R. This is the electronic specific heat according to Drude-Lorentz theory. But actually the actual value of specific heat is 100 times less than this value. So classical free electron theory does not explain specifically the specific heat and also does not show the proper relation between resistivity and temperature. So this is enough for a classical free electron theory. In next lecture we will see the quantum free electron theory. Before going to quantum free electron theory, there are some drawbacks of this classical free electron theory. Some failures are there and some success are there. Success is that it gives the proper expression for Ohm's law, and failures are there. This does not explain the temperature dependency, does not explain the specific heat capacity, and also does not explain the photoelectric effect, Compton effect, and so on. So in next lecture we will see the Sommerfeld free electron theory. Thank you.